Once celebrated for his Olympic feats, Ryan Wedding is now infamous as one of the world's most wanted fugitives. He reached the pinnacle of sports at the 2002 Salt Lake City Winter Olympics, but today, his name is synonymous with fear and criminality. Authorities allege he leads a billion-dollar drug empire, working closely with the Sinaloa cartel. The U.S. government is offering a staggering $15 million reward for his capture, underscoring the gravity of his alleged crimes. Federal prosecutors accuse him of ordering murders to protect his vast cocaine network, which funnels tons of drugs from Mexico into the U.S. and Canada. His transformation from national hero to notorious fugitive is a dark saga of ambition gone awry. The hunt for Ryan Wedding is now a top priority for law enforcement worldwide. New charges, including orchestrating the murder of a federal witness, have intensified the manhunt. His story spans continents, involving hitmen, corrupt professionals, and powerful cartels. From Olympic slopes to the FBI's most wanted list, his journey is a chilling fall from grace. The world is watching, waiting for the final chapter in the life of the man who traded his snowboard for a criminal throne. The only question left: when will he be caught? Before his face appeared on wanted posters, Ryan Wedding was a symbol of Canadian athletic pride. He dedicated his youth to snowboarding, earning a spot on Canada's Olympic team. In 2002, he competed in the men's parallel giant slalom at the Salt Lake City Winter Olympics, finishing 24th. Competing at the Olympics is an extraordinary feat, placing him among the elite in his sport. But after the Games, his athletic career stalled, and he struggled with the transition to life beyond competition. The discipline and drive that once fueled his Olympic dreams soon sought a new outlet. For many, this transition leads to new beginnings, but for Wedding, it marked a dark turning point. The promise of his early years makes his descent into infamy all the more shocking. He once embodied fair play and dedication, but somewhere along the way, he abandoned that path. Instead, he embarked on a journey into a world of immense wealth, violence, and global notoriety. The hopeful Olympian faded, replaced by a man willing to break every rule. His story is a stark reminder of how quickly a life can spiral out of control. The world would soon see a very different side of Ryan Wedding. The end of Wedding's athletic career left a void, soon filled by the lure of the criminal underworld. His first known brush with crime came in 2006, linked to a large-scale marijuana grow operation in British Columbia. By 2009, he was arrested in the U.S. for attempting to purchase 24 kilograms of cocaine, a major federal crime. Sentenced to 4 years in prison, instead of reforming, he deepened his criminal ties. Authorities believe prison only hardened him, expanding his network and ambition. Upon release, he dove back into the drug trade, now with more knowledge and connections. In 2015, facing new drug charges in Canada, Wedding chose to run, vanishing from public view. He became a fugitive, allegedly making his way to Mexico and finding protection with the Sinaloa cartel. No longer a small-time player, he was now building a criminal empire. His ambition, once aimed at Olympic medals, was now focused on becoming a kingpin in the global drug trade. The man who once chased glory on the slopes was now chasing power in the shadows. His transformation was complete, from athlete to fugitive, from competitor to criminal mastermind. The world had lost an Olympian and gained a most wanted outlaw. His story was no longer about sports, but survival and dominance in a deadly game. The stakes had never been higher. In Mexico, Ryan Wedding allegedly became El Jefe, forging a powerful alliance with the Sinaloa cartel. He's accused of masterminding a massive cocaine pipeline, moving 6 metric tons of cocaine annually from Mexico to Canada, and the U.S. officials call him the largest cocaine distributor in Canada, with his operation valued at over $1 billion. Drugs were smuggled in semi-trucks, routed through Los Angeles, then north to Canada. His organization was sophisticated, with a clear hierarchy and trusted lieutenants managing logistics and enforcement. Andrew Clark, his alleged second-in-command, was captured in 2024, but Wedding remained at large. To hide his profits, Wedding allegedly used cryptocurrency, making his wealth difficult to trace. He operated like a CEO. His product was cocaine, his business model was violence and corruption. The scale and efficiency of his operations stunned law enforcement. Wedding's empire was built on secrecy, ruthlessness, and innovation. He was no longer just a trafficker. He was a kingpin running a multinational criminal corporation. The world's attention was now fixed on bringing him down. Wedding's empire was built on fear and violence, not just business acumen. Authorities accuse him of ordering dozens of murders across North and Latin America to protect his interests. In 2023, his organization was linked to a double homicide in Ontario, a case of mistaken identity that left 2 innocent people dead. The violence was both strategic and reckless, sending a chilling message to rivals and associates alike. In 2024, another murder was allegedly coordinated over a drug debt, reinforcing his reputation for brutality. Investigators have linked his network to at least 4 murders, each calculated to consolidate power. Violence was a tool of his trade, used as casually as a phone call. Prosecutors claim he led a murder-for-hire conspiracy, creating a climate of terror that spilled into civilian life. The man who once competed for Olympic glory was now accused of orchestrating executions. His transformation was complete, a kingpin ruling through bloodshed. The most chilling accusation came in early 2025. Wedding and his associates allegedly orchestrated the murder of a federal witness in Colombia. The witness was key to the U.S. government's case. Eliminating him was a desperate attempt to derail prosecution. In January, the witness was gunned down in a Colombian restaurant, a brazen public execution. Authorities say Wedding placed a bounty on the witness's head, even posting photos online to aid the assassins. The website used for this plot has since been shut down, but the message was clear: no one was safe. This murder dramatically escalated the manhunt, showing Wedding's willingness to attack the justice system itself. U.S. authorities expanded the charges to include murder and witness tampering, carrying a mandatory life sentence if convicted. 11 of the 19 charged in the conspiracy are now in custody, but Wedding and 3 others remain at large. The identity of the triggerman remains unknown, highlighting the reach and secrecy of Wedding's network. This act turned Wedding from a major trafficker into one of the world's most wanted men. His arrogance and ruthlessness shocked even seasoned investigators. The global hunt intensified, with law enforcement vowing to bring him to justice. The stakes had never been higher for all involved. The murder plot in Colombia allegedly involved a shocking accomplice: Wedding's own lawyer, Deepak Paradkar. Paradkar, a respected Ontario attorney, was charged with conspiring to kill the witness, stunning the legal community. Prosecutors allege he advised Wedding that killing the witness would collapse the government's case and prevent extradition. This crossed the line from legal defense to criminal conspiracy. Paradkar's arrest was a major breakthrough, sending a message that no one is above the law. He now faces extradition to the U.S. to stand trial alongside other conspirators. The case highlights the corrupting influence of organized crime, reaching even into the legal profession. Wedding's willingness to involve his lawyer shows the depths of his desperation. The alliance between drug lord and attorney is a chilling testament to the reach of his criminal enterprise. The brazen witness murder made capturing Ryan Wedding a top global priority. The FBI, with international partners, intensified their search, raising the reward to $15 million. The hunt now spans the U.S., Canada, Mexico, and Colombia, with Wedding believed to be hiding in cartel-controlled territory. Despite the cartel's protection, the net is tightening. 11 co-conspirators, including his second-in-command and lawyer, are in custody. In September 2024, a U.S. federal warrant was issued, and Wedding was added to the FBI's 10 most wanted list. His known aliases have been released, and every lead is being pursued. The public is warned. Wedding is extremely dangerous, violent, and wealthy. Law enforcement is unified in its goal: bring him to justice no matter how far he runs. Every resource, from human intelligence to electronic surveillance, is being deployed. The message is clear: he can run, but he cannot hide forever. The world is watching, and the law is closing in. U.S. officials now compare Ryan Wedding to Pablo Escobar and El Chapo Guzman, criminals who built empires on violence and fear. Attorney General Pam Bondi calls him the leader of one of the world's most prolific and violent drug organizations. These statements are more than media soundbites. They signal a global commitment to his capture. Wedding's story is a cautionary tale, a life of promise twisted into a nightmare of crime and destruction. He's accused of profiting from addiction and sustaining his empire through murder. His legacy is not Olympic achievement, but fear and bloodshed. The final chapter is unwritten. He remains a fugitive, hunted by a global coalition. The vow from law enforcement is clear: they will not rest until he is brought to justice. The $15 million reward and relentless pursuit point to an inevitable end. For the man who once chased Olympic glory, the finish line is now a prison cell. The world waits for the day Ryan Wedding's race finally ends.